I've been thinking a lot about time over the last few months and about how fast it moves, about how no matter what we do, we really just can't slow it down. And if I'm being honest, that really scares me because the truth is I've wasted time, made excuses, and a lot of times I've told myself that I'll do it later, that I'll start when the time is right. But the older I get, the more I'm starting to realize that there is no perfect time. And here's what's really hit me lately. There were times when I wasn't really my best self, times I got lazy, times I let fear stop me from doing things. And now I kind of feel the weight of knowing there were a lot of things that I could have done more of. But I can't go back and I can't change the past. I can only really change, what I do right now. And it's one of those things. It's like most people think they have a lot of times and they'll say things like, I'll do it next year, or I'll chase my dream later, and I'll start when I'm ready. But the truth of it is really that later isn't promised, and someday is never going to come. And I used to think that I had all the time in the world, that I could put things off and it wouldn't really matter. But the older I get, the more I've started to notice how fast those years and days start to go by. And then one day, you kind of just look up and you realize that you're running out of that time. And I don't want to wake up one day and ask myself, what if? A lot of people are playing it safe, and really, they just keep saying things like, get a steady job, stay comfortable, don't take those big risks. But here's the truth. Playing it safe is the most dangerous thing that we can do. Because while we're waiting for the right time, that life is moving on. And while you're playing it small, someone else out there is really going for their dream and going big. And one other thing, while we're staying comfortable, the dream is starting to slip away. And I know this because I've been there. I've had those times where I wasn't really pushing myself. I'd gotten too comfortable. And those are the things that really haunt me. Because I know there were times that I could have done a lot more and I could have done better. And I believe that's what scares me the most. It's not really the failure, not the rejection. It's that I believe time is truly running out. So what do we do when we realize we've been, holding back, and we start looking deep down and realize that we've been wasting time? What we don't do is we don't want to sit around feeling bad about it. We need to start taking actions, and that's what I'm promising each and every one of you that I'm going to do today. I'm done waiting because that perfect time doesn't exist, and I'm done taking it one step at a time. I'm going to start doing one call, one action, move a little closer to that goal, and I'm going to start holding myself a lot more accountable. No more excuses and no more talking about tomorrow. And here's what I do know. You can't change the past, but you can certainly change how the story's going to end. And you don't have to have it all figured out. You don't need that perfect plan. You just need to get started. Because the only thing standing between you and the life you want is the decision to go after it. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever felt this? And have you ever looked back and thought about, what could I have done more? What dream did you have that you've been putting off? And the things you should be chasing. So if you got a moment, please drop a comment below. And I do read every single line. And if you're ready to stop waiting and start taking action, let's go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Stick around, because this is going to be a journey. And I promise all of you, you're going to see me taking action.